Hey guys, welcome to today's video. I'll be really honest, I had a really crappy day today, but I wanted to share that with you because not all days are amazing. And a lot of us who are healing ourselves and working on ourselves, we have really bad days. And so I wanted to share with you how I got out of it, and maybe this will help you. Don't think I was the nicest person to my husband, I wasn't the nicest person to my kids, and I was just in a really foul mood. But this is the one thing that helps me get through it. And before I get into that, like, share, subscribe, and definitely leave a comment if this helped you or if you have ideas on how you get past a really bad day. So the first thing that I did is I have really trained my brain that while I'm in a really low part is I've accepted that this is a real low point before I get to the next step. And once this happens, like I always kind of feel like, oh no, I'm back here again, or oh no, my my life is just tanking all over again. I actually have come to realize that there'll be a real low point before I break through the wall or break through whatever it is. And that's exactly what it was today. And so one of the things I tell myself when I'm really low, I tell myself, okay, you have two choices here. You can keep pushing and keep working through this and eventually get to the other side, or you can quit. Those really are your two options. You can keep going or you can quit. And I don't want to remain here because it's not getting fixed at all. So my only option is to keep going. So the keep moving part is really hard a lot of times, just because you don't want to. A lot of times you just want to sit down and you just want to go watch TV or do whatever and zone out on social media and just forget it all. But the reality is, pushing forward, however that looks to you, is definitely the quickest way out of it because you're moving forward. So instead of just stopping, push through it. Don't stop. That's annoying. Now you're just in it. You know you're in it and you're stopping. So keep going. The second thing that I do is I really try to put as much positive into my life. While things are going really crappy, I try to just cram as much positivity into my life. I listen to Ed Milet, I listen to Rachel Hollis, I listen to Carol Tuttle. If you don't know these people, they are amazing. And I usually find that while I am listening to this, it usually either guides me to an answer or is the answer. And so as I'm going through it, like I was today, and I was listening to Carol Tuttle, and she talks about energy types, and it was very much about how, you know, this person needs this and you need this, and it was just a huge clash in our energy types. And that was really big because it helped me push past to at least maybe not fully get the answer of how we were going to fix it, but at least it helped me find the problem. The third thing I recommend is it's okay to wallow. Sometimes it's okay to wallow. It's okay to just sit there and to not want to do anything. And there are definitely times where I give up for the day and I say, you know what? I'm not fixing this. I don't want to fix this. There have been plenty of times with me and my husband when I knew we needed to fix something. I knew something was wrong, and maybe I even knew the problem, but I didn't know how to fix it. And I just looked at him and I said, I'm not fixing this today. And the only thing I did with that, the only thing different I did with that was I said, all right, tell you what, I'm not mad. You're not mad. We're not fighting about this, but we're not fixing it. I'm not going to sit here and try and fix it right now. So that brings me to the fourth thing. So try to be as logical as possible. Try to be, in this situation, try to be as logical as possible. Maybe you know what the problem is, maybe you don't know what the problem is. But a lot of times I'll look at the person that I'm having a problem with, or I'll look at the situation and I'll say, okay, there's a problem here, and the problem is X, Y, and Z. But I don't know how to fix that. So we're just gonna go along as if the problem's not even there, and then eventually at some point we're gonna come back and fix the problem. But is what I try to do is I try not to hold on to the problem, and I try not to harbor it. So let's say it's something that really irritates me there's something between me and my husband that is just driving me crazy, and we're not fixing it, and I don't really even know how to fix it, and I'm not really quite sure. So when I put it off to the side in my own head, if that comes up again, I don't sit there and harbor it and go, yeah, look at what he's doing. Yep, there it is again. Yep. He's so this or so that. I look at it and I go, yeah, yep, there's the problem. And I'm just like, I'm not dealing with it right now. I'm not dealing with it. And if I'm not dealing with it, I'm not getting angry at it. And I know a lot of times that sounds like, well, that's easier said than done. And maybe for the first little bit it is, but I do have to say this is very possible. I'm not trying to fight with him. I don't want to fight with him. I want to resolve the problem. And if I can't talk to him and resolve the problem, then what is the point of talking at that moment? And if I can't talk and resolve the problem, then what is the point of me harboring a bunch of anger that I can't fix? So there's been a few times where we have done this, and I've looked at him and he's looked at me, and I'm like, either one or both of us will look at each other and say, we're not fixing this. Fine, we're not fixing this. This is definitely a problem, but we're not fixing this. Move on. And we go on, we honestly go from full on fight mode to just, we're good, we're not fighting, we're not dealing with this right now. And I will have to say that if you can do that, and you and your partner can do that, or you can do that in a situation, then when you come back to it, you don't have to spend 4 hours yelling at each other just to get to fixing it. You come back to the problem, you're not mad, they're not mad, or you're not upset at this situation. You come back and you go, okay, from this point, how do we fix it? And it's so much faster. I trust this video was helpful, and until next time, bye.